Hello and welcome back to a new Jonga video. I'm your host Ryan, and today we're going to be doing a crazy combo involving ritual monsters. In particular, we're going to be doing a Megalith, Perform Mage, Gishki, Handloop. And so, yeah, let's jump straight into it. So we have generic 3-card combo. I'm using Perform Mage Damage Juggler. Highly recommend you guys try this out in your Megalith deck. Super good, similar to like Necros back in the day. So then we have Damage Juggler, and then I guess any 2 ritual. Can be Manju, Senju, can be Ophiel, Hagith, can be a lot of cards. Preparation of rites. But anyway, let's jump straight into it. So we normal summon Senju, activate its effect to add Hagith to our hand. Next we use Charles Simon's effect, discard Damage Juggler to summon a Megalith, a incantation out of our deck. Summon Candle. Candle's effect activates, add Inception. Activate Inception. If we have to tribute incantations for that, that's fine. Hagith's effect activates, search Megalith Unformed. Next, Inception second effect activates, we can discard Chalice Time out of our hand, add it back to summon another incantation out of our deck. So we can summon Talismandra, and then his effect activates, add another ritual monster to our hand, Magician Black Chaos Max, because we don't want our opponent to be responding with hand traps to our powerful combos. To use Hagith's effect, tribute himself and Talismandra to summon the Chaos Max. And then Chaos Max effect activates, tribute himself, so now they are cold waved from monster effects, so they can't stop what's about to happen. So then we can activate our Damage Juggler that we did discarded earlier. Again, very good card for Trick Hunt. Next, activate the Unformed, tribute the Trick Clown to summon Fool out of our deck. So activate the Trick Clowns, we pay 1,000, summon him back, and then Fool will activate, add the Hagith back to our hand, and become level 4. Next, Fool's effect activate, tribute Senju off our field to summon a Megalith out of our deck. So summon Ophiel effect activate, summon Oak. Next, Ophiel effect, tribute itself for Oak. You could use the draw and discard now, we don't really have to, but that's fine. Oak's effect activates, tribute itself, summon Hagith. Then Hagith's effect activates to add another Unformed. So that might seem pretty random, but the idea is we're loading up our grave with earth monsters for our block dragon. So next we can activate level 4 for Granite. Make sure we detach the Fool to add our favorite card, block dragon, to our hand. And then at this moment we have the 3 earths we need to banish in order to summon him to the field. Bang. Alright. So we want a Black Dragon, Trick Clown, Granite for you can Nightmare Cerberus or the Earth Charmer, doesn't really matter. I would rather use something more useful like Nightmare Cerberus. So this will trigger our Black Dragon. So we want to get Researcher, we want to get Seeker, and we want to get level 4. We want to get another Hagith to our hand, I think. Yep, the other Hagith is good. Alright. So now that we control a rock monster, we can go Researcher. And now that we control an Adamantipator, we can summon Seeker. So this is a little bit of a different setup, but where we're about to do some pretty damn broken things. So now we want to turn these into any Link 3 in the game. I use Nightmare Unicorn again because it's a useful card for our combo and for going second purposes. Next, we can get rid of that for Link Cross. Link Cross effect activates, so we get 3 tokens. You don't get to see this very often, so keep in mind that that's a level 1 token, not level 3. So we can go level 2 and level 1. Again, everyone's favorite card, Marshall Metamarcha. His effect activates, so I'm back to Seeker. Now we can go Seeker and Link Cross for Crystron Hardy Fiber, and then Hardy Fiber's effect activates. So we play a lot of bricks in our deck, but it's worth it. Violon Cube. So if you don't know what Violon Cube does, when you synchro him for a light synchro monster, you get to add a equip spell from your deck to your hand. You activate Living Fossil to your hand, because the main thing that we're trying to do is we're trying to trigger Herald of Arclight as many times as we can in our turn. We're going to trigger it quite a lot. So at this point, we can activate Unformed. we can want to tribute our Herald of Arclight, so we can summon full out of our deck. Level 2. Again, the level is important. This will trigger our Herald of Arclight. So now we want to start assembling our pieces for our Handloop. So we need Cyber Angel Benten. Next we can go level 2 Researcher, level 2 Fool, for another Herald of Arclight, and lastly Metal Marcher and the Link token for our third Herald of Arclight. Damn, that's nuts. Alright, so now we can stack them for BONKERS, the Timeless. Bang. Effect activates, detach 2, summon back a monster out of our grave in defense, summon back the other Herald of Arclight. So that will trigger our Herald of Arclights. So 2 of them that we just sent. Summon Gishki Gas Kraken and Gishki Aqua Mirror. So now we have assembled all the pieces that we need in order to start summoning Gishki Gas Kraken. To activate Aqua Mirror, we can tribute Benten. It'll get banished because of our Arclight, but that's fine. It doesn't matter where it gets tributed, as long as it gets tributed for Gas Kraken. So for those unfamiliar with what Gishki Gas Kraken does, so you randomly look at 2 cards in your opponent's hand, pick one of them, shuffle them back into the deck. So we did that for the first time, and it's infinite times a turn. Cyber Angel Benten's effect activates to add a light fairy from our deck to our hand. So we can add another Cyber Angel Benten. Again, she doesn't discriminate. Alright. Next up, we want to use Gas Kraken and Needle Fiber in order to make Cross Sheep. Then we activate our Aqua Mirror. So for those that don't know, we get to add back Gas Kraken to our hand and return Aqua Mirror back to our deck. Alright. Next, Herald of Arclight and BONKERS, a Synchro and a Exceed for Elder Entity Notice. So that'll trigger our Cross Sheep. We can summon back another Herald of Arclight from our graveyard, but then that'll also trigger the Arclight that we just sent to add back our Aqua Mirror. Again, absolutely bonkers. And then we can do it again. Bang. Discard Benten. Summon Gas Kraken. So that's our second time. Our Handloop counter. Benten's effect activates. Remember, it got banished by Herald of Arclight, but that's fine. We don't really care. Add a third Cyber Angel Benten. Again, I don't really think playing Benten's a brick because again, it's just like the Perform Mages. It's free fuel for all your ritual cards. So why not? Alright, so now at this point, I want to activate Living Fossil. Summon back Herald of Arclight again. Yep, and then we can avoid the negative effect by overlaying them again for Outer Entity Gnarla. So you haven't seen that guy since Azathoth, but he's pretty useful for our example here. Alright, so now we want to activate Block Dragon's effect because we want to try and get our Gas Kraken in the grave. So we've got to start linking them off. So we can banish our Cerberus, our Granite, and our Seeker to summon back the Block Dragon. Bang. And then we can go Cross Sheep, Gas Kraken, and Block Dragon for Appaloosa. So that's a 3 negate Appaloosa. So now we can put back our Gas Kraken to our hand, because if you didn't know, Gas Kraken is limited at 1. So Aqua Mirror again, Gas Kraken back to our hand. Now we can do Gnarla's effects, so we detach everything from it to attach something from our graveyard onto it. So we detach that 2 Arclights to reattach the other Arclight. So that will give us 2 searches for our Arclight. So this time, when we get back the Aqua Mirror, as well as a bonus card, so we can get the Chalice Slime as well. Alright, and last time, do it again. Activate Aqua Mirror, pitching Benten, summoning Gas Kraken. So that's a 3rd time. So at this point, we've probably seen every card in our opponent's hand, and we should leave them unplayable. And also we got Appaloosa with a 3 on it. Not forgetting our Benten's effect again. We can add a Manju for next turn, absolutely fine. Next we want to link Gas Kraken and Gnarla for our 15th card out of our extra deck. I guess it can be Phoenix, it can be anything, but Phoenix means our Appaloosa can't die. And then our last Herald of Arclight will trigger yet again. So this time, I think we want to add a Megalith, a Rorotron, or a Phaleg, doesn't really matter. Just something that we can put our Huggies on the field at the end here. Alright, last but not least, Gust Kraken, Akamura back to our deck. Now we can activate Inception again, because we can ritual summon as many times per turn with this as we want. So we can tribute the level 7 Chalice Slime, and the levels can't exceed Gust Kraken. So we can summon Gust Kraken for a 4th time. Damn. So yeah, they're really not playing, guys. It's really unfair, isn't it? And then we can use our Rorotron's effect. So we can discard it, tribute a monster, it's fine, tribute Manju, so summon Huggies. Huggies effect to activate, add a spell to our hand, get our last unformed, and then we can lastly summon our Block Dragon again, banishing Narla, banishing Cross Sheep, and banishing Researcher, summon back our Block Dragon. So at this point, we've looked at their entire hand. We have a 3-negate Occlusa. We have an Unformed set on the field. So I guess, what does this Unformed allow us to do on their turn? Well, we can activate Unformed. We can tribute the Netis to summon back Fool. So then that'll trigger our Entrance effect. We can destroy a card on the field. That's, you know, that means that they have 1 card left. And then of course, Fool can ritual summon out of our deck. We can tribute our Block Dragon, summon our Huggies out of our deck, and we can destroy up to the number of cards, ritual monsters in our grave. We should be about 6 at this time. We have so many, as well as trigger our Block Dragon for our follow-up play on our next turn, where we can, you know, add, you know, more ritual cards, more rock cards to our hand. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed my crazy combo. I definitely think that a very underrated interactions of this deck would be, I guess, the whole Cross Sheep and Dugaris Needle Fiber stuff. Like, it's pretty crazy. Like, the amount of times you trigger Herald of Arclight in this combo probably should not be allowed. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, Jonga5, and stay tuned for more crazy combo videos. Peace out.